Hello, Sirian starseeds. Hopefully, December was a wonderful month for you. This is going to be a general reading for January 2023. Yeah, that one did keep trying to come out. Alright, so we have 4 swords on top of the deck. We also have the World, 8 of Pentacles, and 7 of Pentacles. Um, so I feel like you just haven't seen something didn't go the way you had planned it to, and it's important to approach that outcome with love and forgiveness for sure, but you're going to be given options. And I feel like the outcome of this was probably a blessing in disguise. January and probably even into like February, there's going to be a lot of work. It's almost like rebuilding from the ground up. But by looking back and seeing why the outcome wasn't exactly what you thought it would be, you can rebuild these foundations with something a lot stronger. Something that won't fail you. We also have the world, so you can rebuild these foundations to suit whatever it is you have an idea of. Making sure that it suits what you want. Not building it around serving other people, but serving yourself, taking care of your needs. Because you're the one who has the big stick, so to speak. And it's not that there isn't rewards, it's just that they haven't been given yet. It's almost like to use these rewards properly, you have to acknowledge why there was loss in the first place. Learning those lessons and applying them. But there's definitely going to be bucket loads. You're going to be well off. So the Star Child was on top of the deck. So you're definitely very sensitive. Um, you're sensitive to energies and things, and base chakra also came out. Um, Safety and security is very, very important to you. It's important to everybody, but that's one of the things that you're sensitive to, is when that safety and security isn't there, you feel uncomfortable. And this safety and security can fall into many categories, whether it's emotional security, physical, financial, mental security, like all of the above. Um, Sacral chakra also came out, but I feel like the third eye chakra and the sacral are combined. So sacral has to do with, I believe it's motivation. I'll actually read the sacral, but I feel like um, your perception in some way is interfering with something, and it could just have to do with. So let's just say this um, emotional safety. Let's just say you're dealing with emotional safety. You don't feel safe emotionally. It could have to do with a past trauma, and that has caused that perception to be altered. Maybe it's financial, maybe it's physical. This card brings you the awakening energy of the sacral chakra. This mandala is aligned with your passion for life and your passion within relationships, including the one you have with yourself. The key here is to have an absolute and unwavering faith in yourself. Trust the beautiful being that you are and know what is important to you. Be reminded that you, your ideas, your creativity, and your passion matter. Start believing in all that you have asked yourself in this lifetime. Remember the bigger picture that you choose to play a part in. Have faith that you are safe to express your passion without the shame or guilt that are illusions of time past. Right there might be the illusions. Embrace the very fire within that lights your individuality. What are you waiting for? Kiss and hug the people you love and the people you don't. Love without reservation. If not others, then yourself. And create, create, create. There is no time like the present. Just be sure to take your heart with you along the way. And I'll read the base chakra too. The base chakra mandala brings you grounding energy. From the depths of the night sky where you were born via a divine spark from the distant constellations you call home, this mandala reminds you of the importance of grounding your etheric self. Deep within the earth you now call home, the tall ones are guiding you to remember that a tree without deep roots will not flourish, as it will be in survival mode. The same is true for everyone. The energy of surviving no longer serves you. As you anchor deeper and embrace your physical foundation, you will find joy in welcoming and thriving energy that comes from being grounded. The deeper the roots, the higher the climb, the greater the view. Surrender the gift of your human self. And I feel like that grounding also has to do with whatever you're like dedicating your time and energy to. You know? It's almost like you can't half-ass do something. You can't half-ass do a relationship. You can't half-ass do a job. You know? I mean, you can, but it's not going to be enjoyable, and the rewards from it aren't going to be enjoyable either, right? Your heart has to be aligned with your mind, and your mind has to be aligned with your heart. kind of hard to tell, but the neck of the giraffe, the bottom of the neck, is blue. So maybe your throat chakra has a clog. It could also be that you experienced like a situation, that loss that was shown earlier, and that loss redetermined what your comfort zone is. So now you're just like, well, do I even want to try to create something? Do I even want to try something new? And getting stuck in that comfort zone is going to be more devastating than the loss that you experienced. Okay, it's important to step back out there. It's important to dust the dirt off and keep on marching. Now, I'm not saying to put aside that pain and everything. You definitely need to, I guess, sift through that and heal it properly, because locking that up in a box and moving on is also just as devastating as the loss that was experienced. But that success and triumph is only going to come by putting yourself out there, by keeping, like, trying new things. This loss, this experience that has left you in a lower state, has taught you things, not only about yourself and how you build your foundations, but how to build them stronger, how to do things differently. And healing yourself from this loss is going to teach you how to put yourself in a mental and emotional mind state to look at things from a different perspective. And that's a very important lesson to carry with you. And reaching out to your star family and your spirit guides for this healing and to see things that maybe you've missed is going to be important. Having fun, enjoying yourself, loving yourself is very important. If you don't have a solid foundation with yourself, it's difficult to build solid foundations with another person. And whatever it is that you lost, it might bounce back to you. But let's just say it did come back to you now and you didn't go through what you needed to go through to identify what caused that fall in the first place. Wouldn't you just fall again? Acknowledging the cracks in the foundation, what causes them, and how to fix them is important in preventing the same thing from happening again. Because you absolutely have the ability, the capability to manifest whatever it is into your life, even if you wanted to bring back what you lost to a certain extent. I mean, you can't bring the dead back to life, kind of a thing, but I mean, let's just say a relationship kind of fell under and you want to bring that back. It's not impossible. You can. But wouldn't you rather wait and fix yourself first? So that way that relationship can be long-term or permanent? Flamingos are extremely peaceful creatures. They hardly ever get aggressive. So approaching this situation and approaching this healing process with grace is important. Also, have you ever seen those videos where like the water freezes over and their feet get stuck in the water? It's kind of cruel, but I think it's a little bit funny at the same time. But they have to sit there and they have to patiently wait for that ice to thaw so they can get out of there. So your feet are stuck in the ice right now. But instead of using that time with frustration and anger and pain, you can use that time to dissolve all of that by healing it and looking at things from that different perspective and giving yourself that different perspective to prevent that situation from happening again, will give you more power over your life because you will have the ability to make better decisions. It's a very big transformation. It's a very positive transformation, and that transformation will cause you to not only have more love and trust in yourself and your star family and your family or your spirit guides, but it will give you more trust in other people, because then you'll be able to determine, well, has this other person or other group or job, employer, have they made improvements? Have they changed? Did they see what they needed to do? You'll be able to recognize red flags by healing that trauma and recognizing those red flags. And that will give you a very deep feeling of security, which is what is important to you, is security, trust, and a very insightful healing process. Hopefully that helped, and I hope you have a wonderful January.